Good morning, good morning, good morning. All music here. There we go. All right. I gotta kill this Discord too. Good morning. It's almost we're a little late here this morning. I was describing some stuff in the Discord and wanted to make sure that finished my idea first. So all right. Okay. So a lot of players from yesterday. This pre-market level. Let's see here. Let's go to our other one here. We go to this 2 chart here. All right, this is going to be our house blend strat here, so we're just going to keep that in mind. I'm going to get rid of these levels, and let's see. We've just ripped up. So um, now let's see here. Here's our pre-market low. Here's our pre-market high, right? Where are you? Yeah, right here. So huge range this morning. Oh, this is a 2 minute though. Let's kick that over to a 5 minute. Let's kick this over to a 15 minute. So we're gonna be trading two different strategies again. Um, yeah. So we got a break, second break here. We're gonna be looking for some retracements to go long, and since we're there we go. A little bit of lag here. Since we're above pre-market highs, we're only going to be looking long here now, unless we retrace back into range. And especially if we were to break out, come back into a range down here on this candle, I'm going to be looking to go short because we are at the extreme here. So I would love to go short if it came back down into here or here on this candle. If not, we're going to be looking for long setups. As far as the other strat, though, we're going to keep an eye on the other strat here. Good morning, by the way. So a lot of levels here. And we'll get into those levels a little later, but we're going to be looking again pre-market high, pre-market low, which are pre-market highs roughly right here. We're looking at 3 different time frames here, so we're looking at it from a 5 minute context, a 30 second. I don't know if I necessarily need the 2 minute. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't think I need the 2 minute. I may just clap the 2 minute actually. So let's just do that actually now. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, even though I have 2 minute up, I don't really use it too much. So we'll just go 30 seconds and a 5 minute here, and I'll do most of this charting over here. So 5 minute, here we go. There we go. All right. So, good morning, by the way. Thanks for joining. Sorry for being late. All right. So, let's go find some liquidity. All right. So, we're up in this level up here. We do have these previous sellers, but I would consider this your seller here from a 5 minute. Go like this. We're going to drag that over in a second. And not this, actually. I don't consider that a seller. This is your new seller here. Don't consider the one above it a new seller. We're running some previous liquidity. There you go. So that's previous liquidity. So here is that. Let's go find this guy. This is an uptick increase from here to here. So we can also draw this as a liquidity level. I think we're going to retrace most of this. So here's another level here. We're going to bring that over. So going short then from somewhere, would like to go short from this zone right here. See that? I'd like to go short from this zone. Now we're already kind of trailing away from it, but that's okay. Get back to that in a second. Still going to chart out these lines here this morning. So we have increase, uptick in volume from here to here. This is another level of liquidity here from the selling perspective. So let's drag that over. Another overlap. So with all this overlapped and it being unchecked, actually technically this is unchecked here. So this would have been a nice point from previous. So let's see here. Let's drag up some of this liquidity. So this player is, in terms of since this liquidity came up and ran up into all of it, I'm saying that this player is gone. Now this is a new player in the market down there, so I'm not going to get rid of him. It's a new player. So we have two loose players out here, but we are knocking on the door, as it were. So up into that liquidity right now. Obviously, there's sellers active selling into this area, but it looks like buyers are really trying to take this up. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Let's go back and finish off our buying because I think those are the highs. I think. If there's anything higher than that, I don't think. Let's just do a quick look here. That's going to be important for us. Okay, here, we do have some height. Okay, I'm going to draw some loose levels here. This might have been near our all-time highs. This from here. Oh, this is really tricky. All right, we're going to go one here. Just on this retracement, even though the volume's increasing, I don't like the way that it's slipping per se. I don't like that retracement. Okay, here. So we'll go there and we'll go here. 2, 3. Okay. Kick these levels over for later. Or we're going to find sellers again. And let me see here. Big, nope, not a big bar. Okay. It's decent size, but not what I want. All right, we have another one here. Beautiful. This is the little preemptive stuff that I needed to have. From a low here, this is another one here. Here. A little overlap here. So now we got a little bit of touch 724. So if we end up starting to rip, we're already at 565. So if we come back up to the 7200s, this might be a level that 724 that we want to check. So we'll have those for later. Yeah, let's see. Find some more. So it's gonna be a lot of little sellers here. All right, so that was one. Here's your other. This doesn't look like a ton of liquidity here. I don't think these levels are gonna be checked too hard. This is all like pre-market stuff. Yeah, I think people were selling, but I don't like messing with pre-market as much. All right, initiate sell here. That was pretty big. Initiate sell there, but I think that was from the liquidity here. So I think I'm gonna draw from the liquidity here. Yep, and this is our biggest daily player here. So from here to here, I'm very interested as well in noting this level. So, and then we'll see if we get above 800. I'll come back and chart that, but I'll give us a few hundred points to the upside. And so far, we're just ripping up. Nowhere to get for me to get in at this current level here. So I'm gonna continue to just drag these over real quick. I'm gonna go to higher time frame. All right, there we go. There we go. Way over here. All right, let's just drag these across here. I wanna have the major players. I'll look at the little players in a minute too, but we'll keep an eye on these major players first. All right. Yeah, we'll bring these over too, but all right. So this overlap here, I like the overlap. All right, so this liquidity got taken out. Yeah, this liquidity got taken out. So this is gone. This guy's still gone. This guy's gone. All right, so here we have this liquidity, this liquidity. There we go. Good morning. Yeah, man, me too. I am bullish as well. We're just ripping straight up. I can't really get into it yet. From a smaller time frame, I'm looking to get into it right now. I'm just gonna mark these levels before we get going. I'm with you, DS. We're above pre-market highs. We're ripping. Yeah, Nathan. There you go, dude. Got earnings. You guys think it's gonna continue to rip all day long? Over right here. What am I doing? Okay. It's over. All right. So we are bullish, but we are running into some, we still got a lot of levels to beat today, but it's very bullish in the short term. So no, let's leave those up there. All right. Now let's kick into this. I'm going to go to a 5-minute here. All right, here we are. So we ripped through one seller here. They're gone. Still the buying is tapering off here, but we're going to have a little look here on the 30-second. See where we can get in some of these levels to go long, to continue long here. So obviously this first bar I love. So this is going to be a bar I'm very interested in. By the way, there's nothing really for me to do here in the short term. 15-minute and 5-minute, they're just ripping. I need a little bit of some pullback for me to be able to get into anywhere. So, but let's go have a look on the scalping account. So we have, I don't know. Oh, this needs to be green. All right, green, 30-second. This price action looks very clean. You can almost trade just a 30-second. It looks so clean. So let's see here. We have our initial buyer here. So this looks pretty clean down here. Putting this as a gold zone here. When I get back in. So this is going to be a part of that. I know we're ripping. We'll get to that in a second. Increase from here to here. So this is going to be another portion of that gold zone right there. So keep an eye on that. All right. So we have a block here, big order block here, and a liquidity came into about right here. So did we mark this as the buyers? Nope. So this area right here, even though this is where previous buyers are, is not going to be where I'm going to trade the strategy. So I want to see an increase in two areas. Although all of this is beautiful buying, we have a beautiful little like stair stepping happening here. We have stair stepping happening here. See that? See that? See this? Are we gonna have another stair? I don't know. So these are ideas. So, but yeah. So since we don't have any more buying from this, see the volume's tapering off. Now, if this volume closes above this one, then this is going to be our new aggregate buyer here. So we'll take a look at him a little later. But nonetheless, in the meantime, see the buying increasing here. But we want to see where we're at here. So I just need to go take a quick little peek. I don't even know if I can get all the way over here in time, but need to see where is. I'm just going to have to draw it in terms of pockets because there's just no way. Okay, 30-second here. We have this increase, and then we have from here to here. This is our big one right here. Boom, boom. I think that's a bottom line of part of that selling too. And then we have this R1 down here. So let's see. All right, so this is going to be, I'm just going to do horizontal lines because I'm not flying all the way across. So this is going to be, I'm just going to match these in terms of zones and colors. So this is one. It's one zone here. And then have, this was another zone down here. I'm going to mark it a different color. This one's going to be blue. So from about here to here, another zone. Technically, it goes down a little farther, but it's getting eaten. So, all right. So that's that. Is there any on the back end? Right here to here is another one. Mark these different colors. This is going to be a little obnoxious, but I'll delete it as I go. Increase, increase, increase. Oh, no, we're looking right here. Big pop. All right. So we'll keep this as blue as well because we're separate from the other one. And then right here. All right. All right. If we get back up, if we start ripping up towards the 90s, I'll get back and figure out some zones. But until then, here's our little range zone. So let's fly back over here now. There we go. That's nice. Hit that button. Okay, so we're looking inside this liquidity. We see that we ripped through both of these. So this player is gone here. Right now we're in this yellow zone. And yeah, so we did have an uptick in volume here in the 5-minute. So 5-minute, we got a new actual like aggressed buyer all the way up. So we can actually put this as green and start to look for some entries long, which we already missed one here, but it's kind of hard to get into that one. All right, I'm gonna move this. Oh man. Okay, I put these levels a little too big, a little too far out here. All right, let's try this. Nowhere for me to get in, by the way, on the 5-minute, from 5-minute standpoint, but we are trying to get in to this level somewhere in here. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna get rid of this. This is gone. All right. buyers are taking it up above this seller here, but we are in the selling liquidity. Notice that the price action is differing here. We're starting to feel a little bit of there. So from a 30-second now, let's see if we can find some areas here. So we like this one. I like this one a lot. This would have been a good area to buy earlier, which, as you can see, that retest coming off. Retest was nice. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. This is nice here. And what about this? I don't like this price action here. This, well, we can start it. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we're right. We're right here. Okay. And then increase, increase. So here's it. So we have a little overlap. So right here to right here. So notice that we have a little overlap here. I wouldn't mind being a buyer at the overlap of these areas. So let's find out here. Now we are running into this. We're not breaking above this gold zone here. We did eat up some of this liquidity though. So currently we're still got a seller here. Buying did drop down from a 5-minute, but we're using gold here. Let me see the price action here. That was an increase. So this is another aggressor in the market from a 30-second. So they're really trying to push this up right now. Here. All right. So I'll try a few here. This is a gold zone, so I probably could have went long there too off the tap, as you can see. We just tapped that liquidity here, and the buyers are still coming up. So got this player to run through. We run through him. We come up to 636. I really don't want to short this market right now at all. So I'm going to wait. Here, and then I'll look to actually like load a little bit here. There we go. Not a recommendation, by the way. Please trade at your own risk. All right, so going back to our other chart here, even though I have, need to not do this on the express chart. I need to do this one. I'm trading this method on a combine. So this is a fairly new method. And we're just ripping, which is nice. It's good. All right. Good morning, Samu. If you guys are in this long, good to you. For me, I need to, I'll try, but I want a little bit decent positioning here. All right, so this is going to be some areas I'm going to be looking at here. Here especially. So, and then down here, these zones. Buy a lot of buying down here too. I need to mark pre-market, but for right now, you're here. So no getting in here on the 5-minute. So this player's gone too. Yellow player to me, the gold zone. This guy's gone. We're eating up again into this liquidity here. Very nice. Let's see that buy volume increase again. Nope, decrease buying volume on. Wait. Why is this? Oh no, this is right. Yeah, this volume decreased. Okay, so this was decreased volume here. So we'll see here with that decreased volume. That's kind of interesting to me. If this player is gone, that would be very interesting as well. So I would figure that if we're gonna sell anywhere, it would be right here. But we just took that guy out. So this guy's out. Just ripping faces right now. New buyer here. Yeah, if you guys are in the long, man, just let it ride. That's crazy. Not a recommendation, please. It's not giving me nothing. I'm not getting in here at all. We got data coming out at 10 o'clock though, so careful. Remember, that's it's gonna be in 4 minutes. All right. Ripping up here at the top of the cellar. Tempted to take one here, but I'm not going. I'm tempted. I don't really want to play the counter incidents though. I don't want to play like a counter counter trend. So we just blew through that. All right. Coming up toward these top, going straight up. When it's straight up like this, is almost kind of spooky. This feels to me like it's gonna retrace and come down, you know, a bit. So if I was gonna be a buyer anywhere in this pocket, let's see, if this bar was to go somewhat, let's see here, boom, boom, boom. So you have a buyer here, which is crazy. This feels a little squeezy now, and look at this. You could just keep ripping, but even for the 30-second, that's intense. Yeah, I hope you guys are getting some. I do well in trends, but strong trends like this, I just can't get. I have a knack for buying tops, so I don't play with it. And for your sake, I won't do it. For your sake, I'm not buying this. Yeah, it's crazy. Just flying. That's great. I was babbling. Still wouldn't have taken this long. I would have taken it. The only way I would have taken this long is actually from the footprint standpoint. Footprint would have been the only thing that would have actually put me in this early on the bid here. But really, once you crack a couple sellers, it's really all you need too. So we'll be looking at that a little later on. But we cracked this seller, for example. We got 1 minute 26 seconds left. We might see a seller aggress and us actually do a little retracement here. So since this buying volume's waning a touch, we should get a little increase here in volume. We'll see. If this is an increase, this is another buyer. So I'm just marking out some areas where we would have some gold zones where we can actually tap back in the buying. From there to there, from here to here. Strong resistance at 694. Yeah, it's about where I'm at too. Start of mine's at 8.7, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, let's see. Uptick here, so we have another little overlap here. So if this bar closes green, this would be our buying point here. All right, so there it is right there. There's your buy point right there. Boom. See how the buying orders came back in? So on this one, I could have probably gotten in here and played it, but still, I'm going to wait a little bit. So I know that it's going to try and, sellers might try and come in. They're waiting for liquidity to come to it, so they want the break. I think I'm going to take, should I take one short here? I'm going to take one short here. Let's see. All right, we gapped above it. All right, bad move. Well, as soon as we gapped above this level here, I was like, this is a bad move. That's a bad move. I went one. Holy smokes. So this would have been the buy here. Dude, that is just ripping faces. I feel like this is going to get iceberg down finally. I don't think this is going to hold. That guy. We went from here to here. I was like, it closed back in, barely. That's real funky, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a part of me feels like this is still, gonna fly back down into the range. I don't feel like they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna iceberg this back down. Look at that buy volume up here. What are they trying to fool here? I'm going short. I'm gonna take one short. If we break above this, I'm out. Go another $30 loss here. Oh wow, that held really good actually. All right, let's see here. Still don't think it's gonna. I'll still play it, but this looks crazy. Look at that. Look at that volume. The volume on a 30-second. 5,000 on a 30-second? That's insane. All right, I'm gonna get stopped out here.
Order filled.
All right, I got stopped out. All right, I was trying to play maybe the exhaustion tick on that, but there's no reason for me to go short in this market. Looking back at the other accounts we have, I don't know. Straight up, there's not even 3-bar playing or anything. This is just straight. When's the last time we've seen buying this strong? Like this, just straight up over here? Even this wasn't this strong as this is. This is like, it's like insane strength. here? Right here, maybe? That's pre-market. All right, so tapping back up into that liquidity up there. I really don't want to sell this, but you know, very tempted. Man, I'm gonna have to go all the way over to find these zones over here. I'm gonna wait. I want to see her. I'm gonna wait and see where it wants to reject off of. All right, so huge buying, like huge buying. Boom, 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 boom. So this is all the new buyer here from 5 minute. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. This is all new buying, all of it, all new buying, and this volume's getting big too. So let's see here, and that was a gap up, which is crazy. Gap up on a 5 minute. I don't know. All right, so we'll see if this one holds 2 minutes left. There's still a seller here, but I mean, not necessarily. Seller got blown through, but I'm going to leave this marker here just in case the iceberg get back down, because I'm going to consider him active still. Wow. Man. That was craziness. Blew through those levels. All right, so really, I don't, like I keep saying, I don't want to short this market. We got increase, increase, increase. New buying here. That's insanity. Great though. Just full-fledged, full send, highest volume ripping. Data came out 3 minutes ago. Is data good? I don't want to check. All right. So market was waiting on data. Let's see. If I would be a buyer, it would be roughly, I don't want to buy a 76 because I don't have that formed yet, but 76 would be near it. Started dredging into it a little bit here. May try and be a buyer at 645. I have my buys down here. I'm gonna go light up here because I really don't like buying highs all the way. Let's see here. Let's try and buy. We'll go small. I'll be a buyer here. Just in case we wick it, I'll be a buyer here. As you see, this buyer is still aggressed here. See how we ripped right above it? So that buyer accumulated all the way back up. This bar is not closed yet, and I want it to close first. This is just insanity. All right, let's see here. Still nowhere for me to get in on the house blood strat. We're not just gonna rip straight up all day, right? If anything, we are gonna rip up, and then we're gonna retrace everything that just happened. So there's gonna be a lot of opportunity. We're only 30 minutes into the market here. At the end of the day, it's nice when moves happen and big moves happen, right? 100 points, whatever this is, but we can catch 100 points. We caught 200 points yesterday. Trading range, right? So big moves, even though they're great, it's still like you still need some kind of context for you to trade it well, right? So it's all new buying, but I don't want to mess with the top end of this. We do have a new seller here in the market, so this is our first new 30-second seller here. There we go, and then this could be another new seller. So what did you say at 94.83? Ooh, you almost top ticked that. You almost top ticked that. All right, so buyers are still active here, but this is starting to get a little. Finally, something. Finally, some range here I can deal with. All right, so again, I don't really want to buy at these levels. Let's see here. This is another new seller here. New seller aggressed this area, so this is a new 30-second seller. Yeah, I'll leave this red. Should put it gold though. I'll save it red for right now. This one I'll put gold. All right, so what we're looking at, I'm sorry guys, 30-second seller, new seller here. New seller here. New seller here. This gold zone though is up here. This one is because it's so new. I don't really want to deal with it yet. But if We have buying liquidity, buying liquidity. This is a little bit of an overlap, so this is pretty strong area of buying for me. A little bit stronger than the inverse. We do have new sellers. I'm curious to see how it reacts. Finally getting a little bit of something here. I know there's a lot of boxes going on, but basically the gold boxes are from the 30-second. The big boxes are from the 5 minutes. So this is all the buying that has happened and accrued, and we're just trying to wait and get some time here and get in somewhere. So I don't want to really be that aggressive at the top here. I would like to see a little bit stronger of some pullbacks, but that's okay. So this is a new seller right here now. New seller, new seller. See how these react here. All right, if you guys are new to the stream, welcome. I'm streaming Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 Pacific. So new seller. We finally have some sellers in the market, some actual, real, decent selling here. This is on a 30-second, so we're not even really that real. It's just something that we can actually play some context off of. So, trying to dredge up into this seller again. Seeing the buying is still happening here in this zone, in this pocket here. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. It's eating back up, so this buyer still wants it. I personally don't necessarily want to be a buyer up there. I would prefer to get wicked down here or something. I want like a quick flash eat up. That's what I'm looking for. So I don't want to be buying towards the top. We do have this new liquidity up here. So again, I'd like to be a seller up here in this area, 723. Come up. So different things here. Still, this isn't real selling yet. Not yet. All right, so on our other chart here, we have our first little pullback. We have 10 seconds left in this candle. I'm assuming we're going to get our first top trend here. Now, we could 3-bar play this as well. So because we're in a strong trend, we can 3-bar play this move here. But I will be looking to take this long if we get another couple bar break up here, even though we've ripped faces this morning. So for ICT people, a lot of fair value gaps were just made on the 5 minute, which is just insane, right? You have what do you have? Pretty much this one, this one, this one, give this one, give this one. A lot of value areas that could get checked today, but they don't necessarily need to. How strong this is, it could be checked a lot longer from now. These would be considered like single prints from a volume profile standpoint. Very thin market and just buying. So, all right, so we found the buyer here. Still, I did try and take a couple shorts there. I know I did, but yeah, the only place I would actually be looking to kind of get short up here is 87. But really, with the strong over market, I don't want to go short at all. Not unless we actually take out a buyer. I want to see this full-fledged take out a buyer. Then I might look for shorts. But until we take out a buyer, I'm good. I'm going to be looking long. So I want to see us kind of get back to some levels here. Do a little something. 3 minutes left in this bar. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get a little break here, but be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, looks like we had a little bit of retracement off this seller up here, and looks like we have some new aggressing here. So, where do I want to be a buyer at? Well, I already put my buy zones in where I think the market could kind of flip a little bit. This volume can kind of get a little bit scary. So this seller, I'm going to say, obviously is gone now. This one here. But yeah, if I was going to buy anywhere, it would have been right there. I'll take one there just in case because I didn't get filled. But I would have liked a little bit better of a buy here. So we do have a new seller here. So let's see here. Selling volume starting to eat into here. We'd like to get a little pop off this if we're going to play the highs here. So we see that the buyer is pretty active here. I want to be active too here. I'm doing very small volume here. Not a recommendation, but very small. We're only looking for a little bit of a range here. Maybe at the top of this level, top of where these buyers are. So these players are gone here. And we have some new sellers here. So 1, 2, let's see here. This is our new sellers here. So I'll just mark them as slightly red for right now. We do have an uptick in volume, so we actually do have... The price action wasn't very clean, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. It is an uptick in volume, though. A little bit of an anomaly at the top of the range. I'll put one here. I'll put one here. Put a couple golden zones here. I'm going to take this one off. That's the top of this. That's all I wanted was a little scalp there. We see where I had my limit buys at. You see how close we got. So this was the zone I wanted. I even front ran it a little bit. We're 2 ticks off from that buy. So now that we have a little playing in range here, they're trying to sell it to here. We do have a new seller right here. Notice we're starting to get that little flak back. These are algos kind of selling into this area. I'm flat. Almost get 100 points to the upside. DS, dude, way to freaking kill it, bro. That's what I want to hear, dude. 100 points? You must have bought it nice and early. Right off the open. That's nice. All right, so we are flagging now a little bit. I could have probably held on to that. I wanted 2, but I only bought 1 because I bought it late. I really want to tag my targets. Since that came in, I don't want another test here. I don't want another test down to this level. If we test and crack, I say we come down to this guy. So I'm going to remove both of these. These are still going to be valid. So I'm going to keep an eye on them. I may try 1 stab here, but I don't know. I'm trying to play a little bit more conservative. So new buying came in again. This is all new buying right here. This looks fantastic. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Right here. We'll go right here. New buying. Beautiful. So this is our 5-minute sell here, which is a lot weaker, but in accordance with this guy, quite a bit, little strength. But really, I don't want to short anywhere. I want to hit this little 720s level here. I think that could be a really good level to sell. All right, so now let's play some games. All right, so from a just quick little check here, from the 15-minute here, looking like we could get a little bit of a break. Sorry, this is a 5-minute, and then the 15-minute we're getting a little bit of a buy side anomaly here. This could be very, very, very strong for the upside again, for like another hundreds of points. So if this, not hundreds of points, we'll see. If it was like, let's just say it was, say we get a little bit of breakout now and this anomaly closes in 8 minutes. Let's just say we get a break. It closes up here. We could probably get a 2 to 1, which would be another 100 points to the upside. Should be just ridiculous. So keep an eye on that. Should be able to get in here. We do a 2-bar here. This is a beautiful leg of buying. Beautiful leg of buying, especially right here. Especially this last leg looks good. So we're gonna find out here. Back to the other charts. Thanks guys for joining, by the way. Starting to really rip up into this liquidity now. Could have held that. Oh man, could have held that. That would have been. I should have held that. I wanted to get in for 2. I was hoping that I get a tap of that liquidity and come back down and hold 2. Sell one at the top of this seller here. Hold the other and probably sell it at the top. So look at that. Look at that. That's the highest volume of the day right there. So these guys are gone. So highest volume of the day. huge bar here. It's pretty wild. We're gonna see how this closes on the 5-minute. If I was gonna short anywhere though, if I was gonna short anywhere in this whole thing, it would be the 720s. Because of the overlap on the 5-minute. 5-minute overlap typically has some strength to it, but I really don't want to short this market. I don't want to short this market in the slightest. This thing looks like it's going to tear everybody up. Or make everybody money. Depends on what side you're on. So we had the right idea here. This is the right idea. Came right into that zone where I wanted it. You could see the buyers still here. And they just next legged it right there. I'm sorry. Volume was quiet. Next legged it. So, we've got 1 minute 19 seconds left in this candle, about a minute left. This would be a whole new buyer. So this zone here would be like triple stacked in terms of new buying. So all right, a little bit of retracement. Could this have been exhaustion? Could this have been our exhaustion bar right here? Boom. We're gonna find out. If I was gonna be a buyer at these levels, if I was gonna be a buyer at these levels, I would be a buyer right 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, probably down here. Where I have it actually, I already have it marked. The next big buyer is right here from here to here. There's another zone of buying. And then obviously this big one here from here to here. So it's another level of buying here, but see how this rolls. New seller here. Seller's looking to aggress this a little bit. I don't want to short this market, but man, it's tempting. Okay, so back over here, we have our first break here. Nice volume, clean. If this bar goes green at all, as long as it doesn't have a big, huge wick, top wick, I'm taking this long. I'm just running this strategy as it is. So we have a little bit of a break here, but on this strategy, we're going to be looking to target some different areas. Welcome to the stream, guys, by the way, if you guys are new. So here's some buyers, these gold zone here. I'm going to take out this guy here. This guy's gone. Market still exposed all the time frames. Yeah. If we break that strong resistance at 694.83, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I definitely don't want, like, I would like to take a little tap short, but I don't want to. Bulls are looking heavy. All right, so new seller here. See, we tapped back into that zone again. Also, I need to get rid of this, some of this action. So we're starting to, there we go, right there. All right, so this would have been good zone short from after we got that new seller again aggressed. If I was going to be buying, I still wouldn't buy up at these levels. I'm a little more hesitant. I'm a little bit more hesitant here. I may try a buy from here. I'll go 1 here and 1 down here, but really I don't want to be an aggressive buyer. I'll be like a toe tapper. Go right here. I'll front run that at 6.3. All right, sell volume upticked, but this still isn't crazy volume yet from a sell side. It could. I'm looking to plan DS from the upside. If this bar goes green, I'm definitely playing long here. So that's me. But you have a lot of buying here. You have a lot of thin liquidity. So I would like to get long at a lot of different areas in this market. But we did have a new seller step in right here on a 30-second time frame. So something to keep in mind. So tapping into some of this buying a little bit here. Seeing if it's getting that support. See that double line here? See how the buyer stepped in where it stepped in twice? We just need to see if there's going to be new buying interest. We do have an increase in volume, so this is a seller taking its stand again. New position in that sell. Although I don't play the, I like to play in the 5 minutes, so I don't use that as context. But that was a failed break, so this was a bull trap technically. In the short term. I'm gonna take a tiny stab here. Tiny stab. I said tiny, there's 5 contracts. Hopefully I just don't get my face ripped off here, but let's see. Buy volume's tapering a touch. So that's saying sell 1 into this candle. We get a tap for 5 here. Oh no. Okay, we got a tap for 5. All right, so this little uptick. So the buyer is aggressing. I want to sell into this area here. I want to see if this liquidity is here. I'm going to put my stop just right above here. This is going to be a big hit, but that's all right. It's a combine anyway, so I'm trying to pass this thing pretty quick. All right, so this is XFA, and notice that we flipped green. If we hold green here, I'm going to be taking the long. That's the idea here. On this idea, I want to see us reject off this liquidity here, right here. I wanted to get here, but I wasn't sure I'd get the fill. See how we tapped right into that zone, found sellers. I'm just going to take 2 off there to limit the risk a little bit. I want to see us actually come back into these buyers down here at the 6.3. I'll hold another couple into the 6.27 where I really want to get long if that happens. This is looking very strong. We've got 30 seconds left. I'm going to take a... I'm going to chill in this short. I'm going to hold this. All right, so in this one, I'm getting ready to go long. If this bar goes green at all, I'm long. I'll probably cut the other trade too. If this bar comes back into the bodies down here in a flash, I'm going short for sure. I don't want a doji. Okay, that's not what we wanted. So, new high here. I'm going to try and get in here somewhere. But in the short term, yeah, we're going to have to wait another 10 minutes on that one. So, let that one cook for a little bit. All right, so we're starting to get up into the seller here. The seller's kind of aggressing. Ooh. Ooh. I don't want to average down. I already limited my risk. That bar looks strong. Should cut. Yeah, I'm going to cut this one. Oh, don't tell me I cut it too soon. I do not want to FOMO back into this. All right, I'm selling 2. I don't want to FOMO. I'm staying in it, though. I'll stay in for 2. That was poor execution there. I should have stayed into it until the seller got cleared all the way. That's what I should have done, and it just is what it is. A little poor execution there. All right, so until this seller's gone all the way, they're still active. So, man, that was poor execution. I apologize. Okay, so looking back over here, this is still strong. I mean, you got a 15-minute anomaly here. This thing can go. The way this thing closed, this thing can go another. Go to 800. We can see 800 today. With having an anomaly mid run on a 15-minute, that's incredibly bullish. Well, it's very bullish. I don't know about incredibly bullish. Incredibly bullish is pushing it. All right, so I want to see us flash back into some of this liquidity down here. A little bit. If we don't get it though, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to cut this trade. Oh yeah, by the way, I do need to put this up here. Sell volume's tapering here. I don't know if you guys see that. Sell volume's tapering, buy volume's increasing. So this is still looking strong to the upside. The sell volume doesn't look scary yet. So I'm cool taking a $50 hit. Coming right back up to that zone again. There is sellers there, but these buyers are really trying here. Buyers trying to step it up again. Again right here. We'll see if they can do it. Sellers are trying though. They're kind of there's a player here for sure. This level. We're gonna see. Let's see what's gonna happen here. This is looking very algorithmic now. Very controlled on both tempos. Kind of like they're slowing it down purposefully. Just the way that wicks are shaping and forming, and how things are getting very not random, but very just. Sometimes the price action will look very like beautifully ugly. If that makes sense. Just like beautifully like it looks beautifully random. And I know when I say random, I know that we're just playing between players in the market, but sometimes it's like, all right, well, this player is looking like he's kind of controlling the show a little bit though. So still looking flaggy. Up here, if we get a 2-bar here again, I mean, we already got the break here. All I need is one more. Could 3-bar play it too. 2 inside bars and a big bull trend. It's very possible. Keep an eye out here. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this short because I want to see us at least tap back into this liquidity here. I want to see us at least tap back into this liquidity here. Let's see. Yeah, it's beautiful longs from the morning. It wouldn't let me in anywhere. This one as well. So since this one's tapering off here, a little bit of anomaly at the top of a range here on a 5-minute. Doesn't outweigh the 15-minute though. And there's been no top trend, no top pivot yet. This could be our top pivot on the 15-minute, but we need something. Interesting. Gap, 2 gaps. 2 gaps to the upside. This feels like shorts are getting kind of squeezed here. I feel like we might have another one of these actions. Another one of these just. I'm still gonna stay on the short though, from the seller. I want to see a flash down. The buyers are still aggressing. We do have a new seller aggressing too right here. So this is double overlap here. This is looking funky. This is looking funky. Even from a 30-second. Usually you get a little bit more clarity on the 30-second. That's looking funky. All right, see if we get this little short here. A little love tap here into this liquidity. There it is. There's one. See, it didn't even. There you go. There's that thin liquidity. So there's one. Question is, do I want to hold on to the other one and see if we actually come down a touch? See if we get a little cool off. Play a bigger flag here. Oh, sorry, guys. Wrong screen. Play a bigger flag here. So if for one, double zone here. Here's your liquidity. We bounced off. I'm gonna move my stop above this person right here. Take a little one. Notice how strong the buying came off of that. I could have just played the upside, but that's okay. I kind of like this area to short. Don't want to short this whole thing though. I'm actually gonna take one more here. Be a little aggressive there, and then maybe I'll take 3 here. Then I'm gonna be a little bit heavier of a buyer down here. We'll see what happens here. I'll take 3 here for a little chin check. A little chin check here. If we get down here. So let's check the sell volume. Sell volume increased here. Another little solid moving, trying to push it right here. What do you guys see? You guys see any levels, anything like that? Please point them out. Very interested. All right, so we do have a strong trend. And we have a trend break to the downside. Let's see if we pick up. So how we play down trend breaks to the downside is we need, on a strong run, we need to have our initial pump, and then we need to have the test of the extreme, right? Here's the test of the extreme. By the way, I'm almost getting filled on the other ones. I don't like a tiny test of the extreme though. I prefer an actual like extended test of the extreme. So I'm not going to take this first break. Oh, we ended up getting the bid here on this one. And then so I got filled on the shorts, and then we have coming to rip off that, and I think I might just take that off there too. Okay, so there was a double play there. A double play. So you guys didn't see it, but what happened was is this came down. Remember where I had my orders down here? I took one here, and then I came right here at this buyer, and I put 2 contracts there because I knew that this is going to be a portion of the other liquidity. The buyers are going to be kind of like double tapping here. I front ran it a little bit because I didn't think it was going to get down to this here area here, so I put it right here. So I had played 2 contracts, sold my final profits, and then immediately it ripped up off of that area, and I sold up for another 20 points here. Boom. So that's how I played that. And it looks like I could have got more, but I really do think that, and this would be crazy if this thing just rips up all the way again and just blasts through everything, but I really do think, let's see, notice we're tapping back into that liquidity here. I really do think that we need to get down here and build strength before we see 800s. But again, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm just trying to trade off what's happening. Might be able to take a couple more of the 701s. I'll be able to take a few more here at the 701s. Front run at a touch. And then I'm going to put a stop up here, just in case we crack these levels. What is that going to be? Roughly 30 points? Yeah. Put that just in case we crack them, then come back down. Give myself a little tiny bit of room here. Just in case it cracks. But I think 26 is going to be a good short too. So we hit the long and the short in that range. Now I could be a seller here and front run this because they're selling liquidity, but I want to see it give it one more big pump. One more big pump, boom, tag me out up here again, and then let's see what happens. But it could have taken at least one here. That's all right. So now volume is starting to get a little tricky. Sellers have stepped up their bid on the 5-minute. So they're trying to actually take this out a little bit. We did have a big retracement, so this is actually a little bit bigger level than normal. All right, so I'm going to mark these yellow now, because since we have our actual sell player in the game, mark all these zones yellow. And then I'm going to create a new, where's this wick at? I can't really see it. This over a little bit more. All right, create a new seller here. Boom. This is a new positioned seller. So we could see that this new seller here actually take it up. So I may take one at 9.5. May take a couple at 9.5 here. The top, tippy top of this to the tick. So we'll see what happens here. Played that nice though. Tap, that was, I mean, you guys see it happen. You guys see it dump right into the where the buyers are. This is just so nice to be able to visualize and see exactly where the buyers and the sellers are. So, especially on a shorter time frame. So this is a 30-second. I know that seems kind of crazy, but 30-second you really don't need much. 30 seconds just when you're trading price action, it might be a little bit much. Like, oh, this is a bear trap on a, let's get a little crazy on the 30-second. But just trading zones though, I don't really need to see. I could trade it probably a 15-second if I wanted to be honest with you. So that's quite a bit of time. 30 seconds is a lot of time to draw a box. If I was going to draw this as a new seller, which is a new seller, I could just be, was that 3 seconds? I don't need 30 seconds. All right, now we're tapping into this pool again. I could be a buyer here too, but I prefer not to right now. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. This is a decision that's going to be a little bit tougher. So do I consider this the test of the extreme? Here's the extreme up here. Here's one extreme, but I also count the bodies as an extreme too. So I need to measure how far this is away from body to body. This is 17 points. So I consider this a new high. From wick to wick, this is still kind of high. So really tough here. All right, almost getting filled on my other orders. This is a 2-bar. I don't think I'm going to take it though. Not in this strong of a trend, but we could retrace quite a bit of this. We'll see what happens. Missed my fill just barely. I would like to get in down here somewhere. We see that there is a seller aggressing, but I want to be a buyer down here. I'm going to take just one just in case we get a little bounce, but really I want to be a buyer here. Right at this level. I wanted to come and tap me out here. I don't want to only buy with one. I don't want to FOMO it either. I wanted to come tap me. That could have been the bottom though, as it starts to tick up. Yeah. Well, can't win them all. All right. Here we are down here. Yeah, I wanted to buy with a few there. So that would have been a nice trade. Almost $100 off this rip here. This one to me, what do we got? So this is a bigger, heavier seller here. So this is actual, like, this is a decent size seller here. Decent size, all the way to here. So you see that sell volume kicking in here. Still, well, I don't know. Let's find out. I'm gonna hold on to him though. I want to tap back up, test these highs. This would be a gold box, by the way, but you see that there's some sell liquidity here. See how they're kind of selling into those buyers. So this is 10 points. I don't think I really want to take 10 here. I wanted to come tap me out. I'm gonna wait for it to come tap me. Yeah, I wanted to come tap me. Buying waned here. There was a buyer here, but it kind of waned off. All right, let's see. Let's see. I could have taken it, but I'm not trying to overmanage this position. I'm trying to get good fills here. So if this goes below this thing can get really quick. Of this level. Oh, I'm gonna get it for one more. Oh, come on. Fill me. There we go. Okay, good lord. That was painful. All right, so there should be a buyer here. If we dump below this level, there's still a lot of support down here at different levels. So I'm not too worried. I did maybe get a little too antsy there. I could buy more here. I'm not going to average down though. I'm going to keep it at 5. And then if this player is gone, which it doesn't look like he is yet, but if this player is gone, I may reposition. So we'll see what happens here. So new seller, here, from here to here, so far. So I may try and take a couple off here at 67, roughly. Get up to that level. Stop by 3. If we take out this dude, though, I'm going to cut it, and I want to wait till down here. So we'll see. This is me being aggressive still. Now this is a 2-bar break. Oh, it's a tough one, man. Twin top, 15-minute, 2-bar break. I don't personally, so 2-bar break, if we consider this a test of the extreme, this would be right here, 1-to-1, saying that we're going to get down to roughly 30s. So that would have been an entry for me near the 30s, but I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I trust that this is going to be more of a bull flag, huge bull flag consolidation. If we retrace all this, I would be very surprised. And even if we didn't, I still wouldn't take to my system. I'm not supposed to take this trade, so I'm gonna stay out of that trade. Now, as for here, we need to see buyers here from these buyers step back up into this and move this up. There is a seller starting to aggress it a little bit, so and that we see that the buy volume is starting to wane here. So this is going to be a little heavy. I don't necessarily want to average down here, but if this buyer is gone in 15 seconds. Want to see these buyers get active too. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a big seller there. Yeah, I probably should have cut that one. All right, that one is painful. So I know that there's going to be buyers here at 67. Hopefully we get a little bit of retracement, but yeah, I should have cut that one immediately. Because that was because of the volume. Huge buyer here. Huge buyer absorbed a lot of sellers down there, so there could be a big squeeze coming, but oh, that one was look. I'm actually gonna take off a couple to limit my exposure here. It hit levels that I wanted it to hit. So wait, did I buy a couple more? Uh-oh, I didn't want to buy a couple more. I wanted to sell a couple. I said limit my exposure here. I'm just gonna cut the trade. I went a little too heavy there. I was trying to cut it here. I ended up buying 2 more. Now I'm just like, all right, this is getting messy. I still like it. I still love this area here. This was an area I didn't think it would come down in the flash like that, but I love this area here. And yeah, see, I still like the trade. Is what it is. All right, let's look at the 5-minute. There'll be more opportunity. This is a newer strat for me, so execution, I'm still working on the execution a little bit. So here we have some golden zones. We have this seller ate up into a lot of this buying liquidity here. Man, this could have been the move here. Oh, yeah, it's all good though. So let's mark our seller here. I keep smacking in the mic. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. All right. There we go. Here's some selling zones. So I don't mind this for a sell. The 66s. See if we can come up into this a little bit. The buyer was huge though. Man, played that pretty. Was in the right spot. I don't really want to play a second test. Right, so in big increase, but not as big as the seller. The seller's still stronger. We're gonna see. Oh, that 1-to-1 would have got filled. I look at it. So that would have got filled. That 1-to-1 break. I still didn't want it, but that is something to keep an eye on. So I have taken no trades on the house blend strat yet. I want a little bit better of a quality trade. It's just not giving it to me yet. I'm starting to dredge back in here, increasing sell volume again for another dredge here. So very interesting. I still assume that we're going to get some buying up here. I don't think we're just going to sell off this whole morning. It could have been my re-entry down here. Grab the wrong. That's gone. So you see the seller kind of repositioning himself. moving up into the area, pressing up against these buyers. I still think that we're going to come up. This is where I wanted to hit here and I wanted to hit here, but this one came really fast. We just wicked right on up. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but I'll take a 5, stop here. I'll take it right in the zone. I want it to the tick. Selling's kind of weakening here. This is a 5 minute? That was the... So we're getting confusing. Although when the charts start getting really rainbowy. Alright, so this is a nobody. There's nobody in this range here. I mean, there is a seller here, but I don't like marking them when they're not part of the whatchamacallit. So we had the right position. Executed that a little poorly. By the way, this looks like it's curling up. See how it's kind of like curling up like this? We could get some legs on this one. I don't know if I want to short this soon here, this heavy. I might take a couple. Change my position size here. And then if we come up, I would be interested. I would really be interested in selling on all of these levels up here. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. It's like pretty bullish. This breaks neck. It could actually get some legs here to the upside. This neck. Volume upticked. Buyer aggressing. Yeah, I don't know. Buyer aggressing. Shorts weakening. Buyer aggressing. Shorts weakening. I would have preferred it here. I would prefer a little two stopper here. And then if it closes above this zone, I close out the trade. Let's see. So if it comes back down here again, I still will look to buy for another pop. I don't necessarily know if I want to sell right into this. All right, I'm casting a little position here. Take some of the front run of this, not front run, we're gonna front run a couple. This is a flag though, by the way. A little bit of a flag to the downside, but oh man. I'm just being what ticks is this? 43, 43.50. Again, 2 ticks the roll today. 2 ticks the roll today. It's me getting owned. Oh, not much you can do about 2 ticks. Let's see if this will come down and tap me. I prefer it almost not to, but because that buyer's aggressing here. Buyer's like really aggressing. All right, there we go. All right, so there's our volume. We'll see if we can get a little play here. Just in case it dumps, I have a bigger position down here. And then I might go, I think I'm gonna go heavy here. Heavy right here. All right, let's see, we'll play a little range here. If this thing rolls over, then it is what it is. We're gonna catch a trend still here at like 38. 38, we're gonna be testing a trend line. So we do a quick flash and grab too, this could happen. So we got fill for 2 there. Stepping into some of the liquidity. So 4 total. I would be surprised to just cut right through this neckline without one more try to the upside. there was liquidity down here, so they know that there's a buyer down here. See? Because here I am. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see how this reacts a little bit. It's kind of chilling out in the zone. All right, let's have a look at the fast track here. So there was one trade that I marked that ended up getting the fill. I didn't love it because I didn't love this test to the extreme here. This to me, I like seeing this. If this tests the extreme and then we fail trend breakdown, I prefer that. This is more likely to fail, even though it worked. It's more likely to fail. So just keeping an eye out. This anomaly here worked for the short side. This is a 2-to-1. Oops. 2-to-1 anomaly here. And this one worked, 2-to-1. So you get the fill there. This might be a long side anomaly here. So we'll find out. This thing reversed and ripped all the way up. We hit the trend and we're catching that bid now. Trying to get up into this. I want to see us get up into these levels here. I really do. Even though I know there's a seller here. Even though I know there's a seller here, I just don't think that this seller. I think we need to come back up into this liquidity a little bit. I would be surprised for us to just crack and dumpster off of this guy right here. Maybe. I just don't see it. So you just need to come back up into these levels again. Maybe test the high. There we go. Come on, get some strength up here, buddy. This is kind of a golden zone here for selling. So I probably might have should have taken 2 off here. This is a triple zone for selling here, so yeah, arguments to be made here. If we dredge off this, that would be disappointing. I probably should have taken profit right at the front of this, knowing that they were going to sell into that initially, and I could have reloaded. All right, we'll see. All right, I'll take them right here. 64, it'd be roughly 23 points on 2. There we go. All right, got filled on a couple of those. Now let's see if we can actually get up into these levels up here. See if we can catch a bid. There we go. That would have been the first level. We're starting to peel up into this seller here. This is a kind of a double golden zone here, so I'm expecting some selling pressure here. I think this buyer is going to be stronger though. Buyers are trying to aggress here. Buy volume still decreasing on the 5-minute though. Kind of weary. Weary. So tapped right into that zone. You see how we tapped right into that zone and sold off on both these points because there's a seller working overtime in these zones. Still going to hold on to my longs here. I do want to play the top of this range. We have a couple. This seller's pretty big here though. This one. Argument that I should have took. I took 2. I mean, 2 solid. Should I have taken 3 though? Held the runner. That's the question, and then reversed it. That's the tricky part. We're gonna see. Sell volume's not too crazy yet. Selling's pretty chill still. Not too scary. Let's have a little look over here. So again, this looks like just a giant bull flag, right? You can see it from the 15-minute. Huge flagpole. Flagging out a little bit on the 15-minute. We're flagging out here on the 5-minute. So if we're going to do another leg up, it's going to be a massive leg, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity on this next leg. So not too worried about it. That's the only reason why I think this trade worked is because this is so massive that like this 2-bar retracement, 2-bar break here was just creating range for the break. Now if we get a failed break, this could dump all the way back down to pre-market lows. But yeah, here we are. We're gonna see. So we double tapped into this zone again. Look at this. Look at that. And now we dump below one more. So I'm actually gonna take 1 off here because of that double pump into that. Could be selling the zone, right? 10, 20. It's all right, though. I'm going to hold on to a runner here. We found the liquidity. I hit it on the money. I hit it on the money. Now, if we come back in here again for another time, I don't necessarily know if I want to go 5. I may want to go a little less than 5. But this is all still kind of random. Buy volume, I still think stronger. You have a new buyer aggressed to here. So this is a buyer here. As you can see, we're going to probably bounce up off of this dude. And go test this. This seller is stronger than this buyer, but really, this isn't the buyer we're worried about. This is the buyer down here, and this buyer is stronger than this seller. So those are things to keep in mind. So when we tap over here and we have these grabs, that's what we're keeping in mind. All right, so that's why I'm in for one more contract now. I'm just hanging on. A little bit break even. I could have had better context. I was in the right position here. I bought 2, and typically when I buy, when I like play the wrong position, I get a little. I just had to back out of the trade and chill out. Back out of the trade and chill out. All right, buyers are looking to take this up a little bit. As you can see, we tapped right into the zone here, right where we knew buying liquidity would be at. If they were going to do somewhere here, it would have been right here in the zone. So we see it. And now we're going to see, can we beat these sellers? These sellers I don't think are that strong. This seller I know is strong. So these guys aren't strong. This is just this person offloading more liquidity. It's going boom, boom. So not new selling yet. Let's see here. Yeah, not new selling yet. Now, if we rip above this level, it's going to rip quick. So I'm going to look to rebuild this position. This is kind of an old position, but when it came back, now I'm going to look to rebuild this position again. Got a lot of cool zones here. A lot of cool zones. I would like to take, I'm probably going to take a 10. Probably take a 10 here. Zoom in a little bit. It's kind of tough to see. We have overlap. This is a double 5-minute overlap. Plus the top golden zone here. So this is what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to front run this one a touch here. That one's going to be my front run position. I'm going to look to probably go 5 at this peak. And then heaven forbid we flash up here. I'm going to take 10 up here. And then if we crack this zone, about the 704 zone, really I got to be out of 709. So I hope we don't just rip faces all the way. But this is going to be my position, playing a little bit light in the front run. I could probably play a little heavier in the front run here. Not going to lie. Where was this at? It's right here. I could probably play a little heavier in the front run. But all right, let's see. This is where we're at here. Let's go look over the other strategy. Good morning, by the way, guys. If you guys are new to the stream, I'm streaming Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 Pacific. And I'm going to have my camera on here pretty soon. Building my little studio. So here we are looking like a beautiful bull flag. Right, just boom, boom. I would be surprised if we just shoot up right now. Actually, I wouldn't be too surprised, but it would hurt my shorts, my short positions that are up here. I'm trying to short the market up there, but we found liquidity where we thought we were going to find liquidity. No real patterns yet when we're in this range like this. We just kind of hang on, just chill out, wait for a break, either this trend, or look for some traps. No traps yet. From a pure price action standpoint, do have a little bit of anomaly here to the upside, so this could be a 2-to-1. I don't have anomalies back tested yet all the way fully, so I don't take them. I just kind of chart them. So we could get a 2-to-1 here. This is something to keep an eye on. But besides that, I don't really see much of anything else. The pattern didn't tell us to get this trade. I didn't take it because of how strong the stock was. I shouldn't say stock. How strong the market is currently. So I didn't want to short it here. But it did give me the fill. I mean, the strat got the fill, so played a little. I don't. Yeah, this one's questionable. Even still, I would not have taken this trade. Probably 10 out of 10 times I probably would not have taken this trade. Thank you guys for liking the video too. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back over here. Now we ripped above this golden zone. So this zone is gone. So it worked twice. 2 shorts here. Boom. Came back up. Boom. Again. So that netted a 20-point short here. Twice. Well, actually, probably 15.1 the first time. 20 point the second time. So now we're starting to tap up into this zone up here. Now we're still going to be finding some sellers. I just don't really see it yet. This isn't real buying though. I may take this one off. Let's find out. Yeah, I'm going to take this one off. Just because of, I'm looking, this thing can still rip, right? I know we're running into some selling volume on the 5-minute. We tapped up into the pull all the way and we haven't been able to break it. But the idea here is, see how the buying volume's waning here on the 5-minute? See how the buy volumes, see how we had a huge increase in volume on sell. Now it's low pullback buy. This is telling me that the shorts could still be in control pretty big. Now the question is, why didn't I go short? That's a great question. I probably could have gone short. But reality too is that with 1 minute left, this bar could have went green, caught a huge bid and took all this. So I already have a sell position here, but it is noteworthy to see where we're at. We could still catch a bid. Yeah, nonetheless, I'm playing the downside too. I'm just not trying to play this super tight range here. We're gonna see if we can get a little bit of some play here. Didn't execute well. I should be up probably another couple $100 from this trade here. From this trade that I had earlier that came up, this would have been at least a couple $100 to the run, but I got sketched out. I actually bought 2 more instead of limiting my risk, and that threw the psych off for me. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to cut this trade off. We're going to reset. There's tons of opportunity. Let's just have a little reset here. That's what's nice about trading this strat for me, is that bad trades are easier to shake off. Bad trades are much easier to shake off when you know that. By the way, we just closed a bear trap, I think, a bull trap. I might have to take this one. Didn't want to sell 3, but it is what it is. All right. That is not what I wanted to do. I'm going to show you guys in a second. 0.75. I have to take a couple of these off here.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. So a little bit of a bear trap. Let me show you again. This is more likely to fail because still it's all consideration. Is this a test of the extreme? This is the context. Here's the extreme. Here's the test. This is what's off-putting for me a little bit. We did have candles. I'm going to put my stop right up here. We did have candles, 2 candles here, right here. We broke them, tried to go higher, came back down into the range, didn't break the bottom wick. To me, this is a bull trap, and it is a bull trap, but because I can't fully identify whether this is a test of the extreme or not, this is more likely to get ran over. But since one trade already worked to the short side, I'm going to play one more to the short side. So that's what a quick move I did right there. So I ended up going in for 3. I sold a couple off because I didn't want to hold 3. I just want to hold 1 here. This is just a chill pattern. So here's our stop up here, but I'm going to put a 3-point stop on it at 80.25. That's how I'm going to run this one and manage this trade. So until then, this is where we're at. And yeah, this is a bull flag. I mean, I know that this is bullish. So shorting this is on this context. I'm just running this strat. So it is what it is. Could have got a little bit better fill there, but I didn't. That's okay though. So we're going to have a look at here. Let's go back to the live. All right. So, so. I still know that there's a buyer here, right? So the buying is waning though, and we may get an uptick on the sell volume. We'll see. Question is, do I want to be a buyer for 5 here that heavy if I know we're going to tap into this liquidity down here? That's the question. So buyer, we still haven't tapped into this buyer too much yet. Still just like ticking him and retracing. So there's a big buyer here taking this whole position up. So should I have bought with them? Maybe. It's already 15 points, so I'd be a little bit sharper here, trading these two strats. Let's see this volume. We'll see how this volume looks. Volume waned here. Still pretty decent though, but waning volume. So still giving some attribution to the short side. Could sell here. Could sell there. Especially with the buy volume. Could have been a seller right there. This sell volume is pretty weak though. Trying to pick a little bit better quality. I'm playing these short ranges is great, but I still need a better system playing these intra ranges right here. I prefer to play a little bit more macro. A little bit more macro. So we're up just a sprinkle here, about 30 points. A lot of trading for to be only up a sprinkle. It's cool. I'll take a skittle. It's better than a sprinkle. That's a skittle. Want to see us kind of retrace up here. I could play this zone. Could play this zone, but I mean, it is a gold zone. I'm supposed to play it. We did it one tap though. Yeah, I don't know. Buyers are trying. This buyer is actually trying to catch a bid here. We'll see. The question is, should I short here at this zone again? We would, we're putting in higher lows, higher highs. Kind of a channel. Do I want to play this channel and maybe see a big break here? Do I want to play the top of this, be a little bit more aggressive? I kind of want to wait for my golden zones here. I don't really want to play these ranges without having some gold zones here, so it gets a little too messy. So I'm trying to chill out here a little bit, trying to play it a little bit more on bigger liquidity, not smaller liquidity here. This is just market trying to decide. You got liquidity on both edges. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, but as you can see, we're gonna have some sellers here. Maybe throw one here. I kind of want to see this thing just like do a huge, ginormous candle. I might sell on the back end of this. Let's see, halfway. What's halfway? Is there a little fair value gap here? There is. What do we got? 80s. Should I take an 80 bounce? I'll take an 80 bounce. I was looking at the DOM though. Where's the DOM at? I don't know if I actually have market depth with this. I was looking at the DOM. DOM might give me a little bit better fill. So you see here on the 5 minute, we have the seller here, we have the buyer here. We're just trading between both of them. We're trying to. I'm trying to be a seller up in more of these areas. And a buyer on some of the overlap. I don't even like, personally, I don't even want to sell from this area. I'm gonna be real with you. Golden zones are tight, but I want to see a little bit more overlap. I like seeing overlap like this. That's what I like seeing. For me to be really comfortable selling. By the way, top step here, this is looking bullish. Looks like we're doing our flag, but I'm just running the system. That was a trap. This again, this context, is this a test of the extreme? I prefer to not take it as a test of the extreme, but I did end up getting my hand in the cookie jar on this strat. Be out $60. I got a bad fill here. Got into it a little late. That's okay though. Now if this breaks, tries to go higher, comes back into the range, I am going to short again, as this would be a double trap. Still, I know I would prefer to have a wider range test of the extreme. I would prefer it to come out, fly over here, test it, and then fail with a break. That would that would be for me a lot more. I would be a lot more confident in taking that short. But since it's not, since we're just kind of flagging up, I mean, this thing can have a whole nother. This thing could rip a whole nother 100 points pretty easily. Oops, didn't want to do that. That's kind of obnoxious. Can I undo? How do I undo? Can I undo that move? No? Control Z? Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Well, that was pretty nice. Okay. So knowing this, though, knowing that I'm feeling very bull flaggy about this, should I go long on this context? I don't think yet. Maybe I should have been long down here. I'm still going to take my shorts here, though. Take my shorts, wait for a little break, and then see us push into it. But this still looks pretty bullish. Really bullish, actually. Should have taken it down here is what I'm saying. We did play it. We played the range, got into a couple good spots. I'll take this off. Because if we come back into here again, I'm going to play a little bit of this lower liquidity down here. Again, just dredging up into the selling liquidity. There's still sellers here active. We see it reflected in the 5-minute too. Now, whether this is, profit taking, whether it's, hedge funds maybe needing to put some pressure to the downside to protect their options. It could be multiple different things. The important thing to note is that we're starting to tick up into this player, and the sellers are not reacting as strongly anymore. So we had this initial sell up here, huge sell. Sellers really took it. Buyers scooped it up. We tapped up, knew it here again, took it down. Buyers tried again. Sellers tried again to go lower, but the buying is just accumulating. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the seller. And I think that this seller might get satisfied. Again, if it's a hedge fund or something like that, trying to protect options, they might have to do a little bit of covering and try at a different position. But buy volume's not too crazy right now. Our last big buyer was here, and they got cracked from a 30-second. And then we just had this mess of a battle between these two players. And yeah, we're just going to kind of roll and see where we're at here. Still wouldn't mind being a buyer at the double here at 27. I might buy 5 here. Put that there before. I'm just going to front run that a touch. 28.50. 2025, that's fine. Love this zone here. Love this zone here. All right. Slowly grinding higher. Not much to do. I'm about to get stopped out on the short though, and which is totally fine. Just running the system. This strategy's done me really well, so we're gonna continue on. Would be almost break even if I played that, but that's okay. We could take a 30-point loss here. Let me think here. Let me think here. So if we start breaking this, I need to go get some coffee. Tell you what. We start breaking this 2-bar, I'll take it long for sure. The thing with the 2-bar though is if we 2-bar break this volume, not this one. I don't really care about so much about this volume. I care about the candles that were breaking volume, these ones right here. So I need the volume to kind of tick up above here. If not, I'm going to need to see 3 bars. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for me to be a participant. So let's gotta click back over here again. Thank you guys for liking the video, by the way. Can't we have the camera on? It's gonna be nice. Have a good time, hang out. I'm gonna bring different traders in. We're gonna talk about different strategies, different principles. Eventually, it's gonna be a nice time. And then if you guys had any ideas or anything, please share. Also, recap videos are coming. I'm opening my other channel, so you'll get a daily recap of the house strategy, which is the strategy that I'm running over here. So every day you're going to get a recap on what trades the strategy took, why it took them, and how to trade it, and get some data. We'll be looking at data weekly. Eventually, I have some ideas of doing maybe even report cards of myself. You'll see how I traded against this strategy. We'll talk about different things about vision, basically discipline, vision, and psychology. So these are going to be things that we're going to be looking at for the report card here on this house blend strat, which is going to be very nice. By the way, this is a 5-minute. Another broke out of bodies here. Try to go higher, come back into range. This could be the context of another trap here. So keeping an eye on this one. So that's going to be coming as well. And then we're going to be doing little recaps here, little reels on the both strategies here. I'll be doing a lot of short videos. So this is going to be on a different channel. When I get that channel set up, we're going to be good. Right now, I have not had the time. Time is the biggest resource, right? So time is one of those things I need to, if I could find someone to do it for me, I would find someone to do it for me and just pay them. That'd be a lot easier on me. So here we are. So still tapping up into these zones, right? Like getting near the zone, rejecting off 15 points. I still think it's going to get burned through. I still think it's going to run up, and we're going to try and check these guys. I would prefer for it not to slow grind, though, up to this area. I don't want it to slowly compress up into this area, because then it's more likely for this area to get just obliterated. So, and I'm going pretty heavy. I'm going almost 20 contracts on this, and then this trade would be over at the close of 708 on the 32nd. So that's that. So not a bull trap on this 5-minute. If you guys see this, I mean, it could technically be a little trappy, but we broke out. Technically, this was your breakout of bodies here. And then it continued. So this one's more of broke out of, if you want to count that as a breakout, which I would. So not a super clean context. I give this trap like a C+, C minus. Big, about a C minus. So more likely to fail. I don't trade C minuses. This trap here by itself, the one that we took, I give this an A. Beautiful trap. The only thing I don't like that lowers the quality is that we're trying to identify, is this a retest of the extreme? And it's a really tough to tell on 4 bars. I like to see more than 4 bars, but I've still seen traps just do fantastic in the context of this. So there is that. We're going to hold on to that, though. And, yeah, wait for our trade to settle here. All right. Just a crazy flag on the 15-minute over here. Crazy flag. Sorry about the mic. Mic's flashing a little bit. All right. I don't know. Slowing down a little bit. 2 hours into market open. May want to go get a cup of coffee. Hopefully this move doesn't happen while I go get a cup of coffee. No, because that would be crazy. Thank you guys for joining, by the way. Thank you guys for liking the video. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more content. Well, not please subscribe. If you subscribe, there's going to be a lot more different kind of content coming later. So that we're going to be looking forward to. Huge sell here. Look at this new seller aggressing. So all of this is another golden zone here now. Whole thing. I think a 50% retracement is fair. But here, sellers are trying to dredge this lower now. Which, this is great for the bear trap that we have, right? So we'll see if this bear trap continues. But 216.15 maybe, if this thing is to go, we're going to find out. We're going to tap right into that liquidity again. Right here, buyers are still here. They're still present. Sellers try to take their position up again. Look at that volume on the buy. So you have to think, how many shorts got absorbed here? That's a big buy in the recent, bigger than the sells. So that doesn't mean that this is going to just go up and take these sellers. All it means is that there was a lot of sellers selling into this that got absorbed if we're looking at the footprint chart. So you need to find new buying interest up here for this to be validated. But if we're playing this range right now, that would be crazy. It's just, I don't know if I want to play this range. I need a little bit more parameters to be able to play tight ranges in a huge market, because these things could just get blown through so fast. All right, so maybe I won't be able to get a cup of coffee. All right, if this buyer starts cracking and they're aggressing it that heavy, gives me a little less confidence here. I may want to wait for the buy here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna switch these up. I'm gonna put a 3 buy here, and I'm gonna put a double mark. I'll put a 5. I'll put a 5 bid here. All right, starting to crack them a little bit. Putting pressure. Buyer's still there. I want to see him come down a little bit more. Seller is aggressing even heavier. We're gonna see here. All right, seller's getting really aggressive here. Do I want to be a buyer 28? I'm still gonna be a buyer 28. And our fill, by the way, on this trap is gonna be right over here at the 15. So that's gonna be the fill on the trap right here. All right, let's have a look here. So I don't know if I want to hold 3. I might try and finesse it, see if we get a fill here. See if we get a little love tap. Sell volume on that decrease. There we go. We got the fill on some of them. This is a double level here, so I want to see this hold a little bit. Now, if this zone cracks down here, I'm going to exit out, but I feel like we can get a little bit of a bump and run here. A little bit. We'll see. Still might finesse it. Still might finesse that. I'm going to get out of 1 there. Just take a little 5 points there and limit my risk, because the way we came into here was pretty crazy. So let's see. See if we get it. Whoa. These guys are just straight duking it out right now. All right, I'm going to take 1 more there at the top of that, and then we'll see if this is actually going to be the mover here. This is liquidity. We caught that bottom there. I don't know what more you guys want from me, okay? Not a trading recommendation, but killing the zones today. The zones are giving us everything we need to know. So 5 minute here closed down into this area a little bit. So we dredged a little bit into that. Look at that buy volume step in. So big buyer here again. This is like a double golden zone here. Look at that. Look at this. Nailed it. Again, I didn't nail it with 5 though. The way that the seller was coming in, still is scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to this one a little bit. If we 3 bar down, it is what it is. Let's see here. Where's the top of this? I might take this one off at 63 if we come up 63. Huge buyer. Bigger than the seller. Seller came in, buyer came in bigger. So we're gonna see how this is gonna work here. All right, so this is where your buyer is currently. Here. Right here. Tempted to buy more, to be honest with you. I'm gonna buy 1 more. Buy 1 more. All right, so the beginning of the selling liquidity starts not right here, starts right here. Actually, technically, we have new selling liquidity here and a lap. Lap, do we have new selling zone? We do have new selling zone. So all of this is actually new selling zone. So I need to mark this up a little bit. So new sellers here. I should probably actually take 1 off here because this is a new liquidity level. Ooh. I'll take 1 off. All right, so here's why I'm taking 1 off. So, see the uptick in volume here? Well, technically this was a retracement though. So this is just an order block to the sell. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this closes. Kind of hard to see right now. I'm not going to mark a new area yet, but we do have a double zone here. And this could be a new block. So I'm gonna limit my risk a little bit. Took the rest of that one off. And I'll hold this one as long as this buyer holds. So I know a lot of, I'm telling you, this is the most battle that I'm gonna have psychologically and emotionally. I have years of trading experience, but this strategy is so new that I'm dealing with some of the non-systemic emotions that are, and the psychology that's coming with trading. So taking profits too soon, getting fear, getting FOMO, all of these things are incorporated here because I don't have a strong system built yet. Because I'm forward testing it, I don't have time to back test it. I have a lot of other things that I'm involved in with markets, and I back test my other strategy, this one here, quite a bit. So still in this trap, by the way. If this bar flips and goes red, then I may not even want to be such an aggressive buyer down here, to be honest with you. I probably still will. But this could get really scary. All right, so I'm dealing with some of these psychological hurdles, and the best way to deal with psychological hurdles, in my opinion, is to backtest. Backtest, build a system. You made a mistake. You're finding that you're running into a portion of your trading strategy that's like a maybe, like, oh, it could be this, could be that. I don't know what I would do. Make a rule for it that defines it, and then test and see if it has edge. Those are the best ways, because then the data is there. It's almost like faith a little bit. You have to have faith in, actually, it's identical to faith. You need to have faith that your strategy works well, and the only way to do it is to actually put work into your strategy to see if it works well. Backtesting is, in my opinion, the best way by far. So I have these guys battling it out a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna still hold on to it. I don't know if I want to hold on to it too much, to be real. But yeah, we're gonna find out. We're cutting into the buyer a little bit. I want to see a bounce off this buyer. If we don't see a bounce off this buyer, yeah, I'm just gonna cut that one. So I want to see a bounce off this buyer and dredge up here. We still have a strong seller here, and we're putting pressure to the downside now. So now I don't even know if I want to be as heavy as I was before, though we do have a strong buyer here still at this level. So let me take one here. Okay. Playing a light. So again, with psychology, if that's something that you guys struggle with, or any of you struggle with, I still struggle with it right now. I mean, I'm doing 3 different things at once. I'm trading 2 different strategies and live streaming. It hecka affects your psychology. It's like it affects me because I'm split focused, and 2, I'm also narrating everything. So trying to be explaining things at the same time, charting, doing 2 different strats. It's a lot. So I'm dealing with some new, like, taxing psychological issues, which is affecting my trading performance just a touch. But I think I should be up maybe like 3,000, 4,000 on this Top Step XFA. I think I'm only up 800. The strategy pulled out 3,000. I'm only up 800, and that's how I've traded it, which is still not terrible, but I could have traded a lot better this last 3 weeks. So there we go. See if we got that fill. Didn't get the fill.
Order filled.
Okay, got the fill there. Let's see. Let's see if this buyer is still aggressing here. So if we pop below this one, the question is, do I want to be a buyer at 5 here? I definitely want to be a buyer at 10 here. But we got fill for 1. Buyer's still here. This is starting to dredge into this area now, though. So we're going to see. So we're at 5 points. You can see the buyer still being active here. Really active. But you can't find new buying interest. So it's either this buyer's going to keep buying until sellers get exhausted. Or if there's no new buying interest, look at that volume. That's crazy. So this buyer's really... But if this buyer cracks, I don't even know if I want to be a buyer here. I think I'm going to take this one off and play the 606 level. Where did I say it was at? I'll play a 2 lot here. because this is getting into sketchy territory. I'm still going to hold this until he cracks, but this buyer's accumulating, but no new buying interest up here. You need new buyers to get the market to move up, unless these shorts just get squeezed. But it's putting pressure on this guy here. So I lighten the load here a little bit. Tempted to cut this, but I'm not going to until we crack. I want to see us crack this person here. So if we crack this person in 20 seconds, I'm going to cut this one off. Kind of hard to see here, but here we go. A lot of lines here, but basically the overlap's what I'm looking for. So 2, 1. All right, I'm cutting that one. Cutting that trade. Still can catch a bid. I have a little sliver of this guy left. I'm a little lighter here. I think we find some liquidity down here if we do, but this seller's just aggressing. This trap's still working for us. We're close to take profit. 15 is the take profit level, so I get this take profit here. This could be a failed flag. If it's a failed flag, it put a lot of pressure on this on the sell side. So I am a buyer for 10 here, but it's looking pretty hairy here. 600 level is going to be a level for sure, but we'll see. All right, so seller is aggressing here. Don't have a new seller in the 5-minute, but that's something to keep an eye on. We'll see if I can get a little fill here. We'll see one more flash. Just want to see a flash down. Oh, almost got the take profit here on the. I'm gonna just take that off on the top step. So top step got close to its fill. I just took it off at the roughly the 60 mark. So this is close to that bear trap, and we're breaking again. So a lot of pressure here. So this should get its fill though. But just because I know there's buyers right here in this pocket, I'm gonna take that off. Again, this goes into the psychology report. I should be waiting until these trades fill out completely. So that's another portion of psychology and lack of discipline that comes into play. Obviously would not like to see a bounce here right ahead of my orders. But I don't know. We'll see. So 5-minute, we dredge down here. So we're eating up some of this buying liquidity. Feeling a little FOMO right now, just in case this aggressor comes into play here. So I am going to take one right here. And I'm just going to play the one just in case this is the tap and the double liquidity here. And we actually get our tall up. So just one to get my hand in the cookie jar. Very light. Prefer to get a tap though. Prefer you to get a tap here. Selling volume keeps coming in heavier and heavier. It's very interesting. Close. Man, don't tell me that's 2 ticks because I'm a 2-tick warrior today. 3 ticks. Okay, well that makes me feel slightly better. That got sold into pretty heavy. All right, let's see. So I'm playing. By the way, we got the fill here. Fill ended up happening, so that trade ended up working out. Now we got a 2-bar, and now now I can actually start playing the downside here. So if this candle closes red, we'll be looking to play the downside. This is a almost a 2-bar from a 15-minute, but we didn't get a retest of the extreme here from a 15-minute standpoint. So this yet is to stand. So we're going to continue to play this market from this level here. Expect to get a little bit of a flash down here, and then we're going to look for some new liquidity. This buyer here's trying, but it doesn't seem like there's new buying interest. Seems like buyers are kind of tired. So yeah. So that being said, where would I like to be a new nice volume sell here? So where's this overlap? Let's look here for a second. All right, let's look here. From from about right here to right here is a seller. So that's a little disappointing. I keep that would have been a nice 20 points there. That's why I want to get my hand in the cookie jar. See if we can come back up here. I would prefer. Let's see what zones we got going on here. We have a double red zone here. In the double red zone, we have a gold zone. So 64, I would love to short from. We also have a gold zone here. Here, I would prefer to be a short in this pocket right here. Should I be aggressive? That's the question. Should I be aggressive or conservative? How many points is this? 1 point? Be a little aggressive, especially because I'm getting 2 ticked. Holy smokes. Did I not get filled again? Where did this go down to? Oh, it didn't go down that far. Okay. Say this is just unbelievable. So new buying interest is waning here. It's making me feel less secure about this 10 buy that I have sitting here and about these 3 buys that I have sitting here, but we're going to see. If we break this level, this could get very interesting. So, all right, we have a double red zone. Let me just double. Let's look at this again. Double red zone. Double red zone plus a gold zone. I think I'm gonna go 10 here. 64. Yeah. If it even gets there. Probably go to the middle of this fair value gap here. Okay. So shorts are about to get squeezed, it looks like. Buying volume's waning. You have new buyer interested here. Boom, boom, boom. So this is a new buyer. Right here. There you go. New buyer. Missed the fill. I'm just getting owned today on fills. Just missing everything. Big buy there. Big buy there. Increase, increase. So let's see. All right, let's have a little look here as well. Not a 2 bar, so we're going to move this down again. And this is looking... Oh, is that a bear trap? Hold up. Bear trap, broke bodies, came back into bodies. Oh, this might be a little bit of a... Let's see here. Broke wicks, came back to wicks. Yep. I'm going to take that long as well. Had I known I could have waited a half second more, I would have got a better fill by like 20 points. All right. If it comes down here, I'll probably add another to this long. But all right, let's have a little measurement here. This is with trend. So I'm going to get a 2-to-1 out of this. There we go. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. Please trade at your own risk. None of these trades are trading recommendations. Can't actually, the trap, I can't actually, this is actually invalid because of the uptrend. That's a little bit of a bummer. But I'm going to use my intuition on this bull flag and keep it anyways. So, all right. Up 15 points roughly. I would like a little bit more. I would have liked to have been in for at least 2 more. Just barely missed me. So now I don't want the second tap down here. If that comes back down, I'm good. Now we come up. Buying's increasing, increasing. So this is getting ready to put a lot of pressure up here. Let's see. Man. 2-tick king today. I'm going to expect a little bit of selling pressure here. A little bit, but we'll see. Should I take it? I'll take it off. We'll call it good. It's good enough. Getting ready to sell this anyways. Pretty good. Big buy. Whoo-wee. It's a big buy there. All right. So now with that volume being so high, how aggressive do I want to be here? That's the other question. All right.
Order filled.
All right. Got the fill here. Let's see. All right. Tapped into that double zone there. Front run to the touch. All right. Should find some sellers here. I'm going to look to cover this a little bit. And we have a double zone up here. So let's see. Buying was huge, though. That's the only thing that's kind of sketch a little bit. All right. I'm going to cover one
Order
here.
filled.
Cover one there. Cover two here. Huge, even a bigger seller. Okay. So I covered two. Let's see. Let's see here. What do you guys want? What else do you want from me? Nailing these tops and bottoms. Nailing them. Take one more here with that bid from these players. I'm holding on to two. All right. Dude, that was a huge seller. So I'd say in the seller stronger. Probably take one off here if it comes down. Now, if we dredge up into this buyer, I'm going to be a seller at 63, which should be still okay. Should be still okay there, but it's still kind of sketch. Nailed it. Look at this. Nailed it. We know exactly where the buyers and the sellers are in this market. We know exactly where they are. Right here. Nailed it. I know exactly where the buyers are. It's crazy. This new strat this new theory, which it's not a new theory to maybe other people, but the way that it's shaped with auction, it's kind of a portion of auction theory, but using price action. So it's essentially new. It's just fantastic. It's the clarity is fantastic. Understanding the elements of it is just unbelievable. So let's see here. See if we get another little run down here. Take one more there. See, I'll hold this last one. See if it gets down here to 22. I don't think it will, to be honest with you, but it could. Ooh. I'm good there. I'll call that. I'll call that. It's good with me. All right, now do I want to be a heavy buyer here for 10 at 606? Oh, geez. Like, I'm going to play the conservative side of it now. We just look at this price action one more time. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think I still want to be a buyer. I just don't know if I want to be a buyer for 10 lots. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna front run it a touch with 2 here, and I'm gonna back end it with 3 here. And we'll go right here in the center.
Order filled.
What? Oh, did I get stopped out on the top step? Oh, I did get stopped out on the top step. All right, so the top step was stopped. So that trap failed, and now it looks like a failed bull flag, which is bearish. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens here. Almost got the bid here. Starting to kill a little bit of these buyers. So putting pressure to the downside. We haven't killed the seller in a long time. So if anybody, I don't know if I want to be front running this so heavy. Because really I want to be on the sell side of this chain here. So let's see. Coming into the seller, let's see if we get a little tap here. All right, there we go. Got the 2 there. See if we get the other one. No? Okay. So here's our golden zone here. golden zone here. Let's see, where are we at here? So should find some bidders here. Should be our next liquidity level here. 2 ticks? Is that what this is? Could have got in for 10. 2 ticks? Let's see. 05, 4, 2, 3 ticks. Well, now I'm 3 tick. All right. So the big seller here, this is a block. So we need to catch some 5-minute context here. I still think there's a good chance that we start to come back up here, but with how it's been looking now, it's looking a little shady. Especially with us taking out these buying liquidities. So looking a little shady here. We're gonna find out though. All right, just kind of clean up some levels there. So we got a little tap there. I'm still gonna hold on to this three limit here, but see, I front ran the touch. Could have been for 10 there, 10 there, but it's still not even 10 point. Well, they got 10 points for a second, but yeah, we're gonna stay in this. This thing's flagging to the downside. I could get ran through pretty heavy here. All right, let's look at the overall price action on the day. Just want to see what's going on here. So, still running into a lot of buyers. Is this a failed flag? It could be. It could be. I know there's buyers here. Scooping this up. But this could be a failed flag. Or this could be just a bigger drawn out flag, and then we come up here, and then we come down here, and then we go flat for the rest of the day. So I know there's buyers. I would have preferred to have been a bigger buyer here, but can't win them all. Come on. Come tag me. Actually, don't tag me too aggressively. I'm kind of scared now. So we have one break here on the 5-minute. That trap didn't work on the context of our top step. So again, it's looking a little bit like a failed flag. Failed flag, we can retrace a decent amount. So I don't know, 78 right here roughly. That's not a bad level. I think I'm okay buying with the 10 lot at 78. I'm cool with that. So I still would prefer to get one more flash down here. But nonetheless, we have a huge level here. This is looking like a failed flag now on the 15-minute. That's going to be a key there. This looks like a little bit of an anomaly too on the 15-minute. So we're going to keep an eye out for this. 2-bar break to the downside. Could have a lot of sell pressure here.
Order filled.
Okay, got filled on there. All right, so there should be a buyer here still. If this guy cracks, it could get a little bit hairy. So this guy's almost gone. We're almost out of this gold zone. So I cut this trade if we close below this zone here. If we do a close below this trade at the zone at all, because this is the gold zone, I cut it. So we need to find bidders right now. Finger on the trigger. Eve. Oh. Eve. Three minutes left on the 5-minute candle. Looking like we can have another 2-bar break. I would take this short, even though it's in a strong uptrend. Still don't love the short, but that just is what it is. So now from the 5-minute standpoint, this buyer is gone. We've took one out completely, and this buyer is getting eaten into. So selling volume is not too crazy still. This volume kind of tapered. If this sell volume increases, it could get a little bit bad, but still going to be looking for long setups, and we have a ton of areas where sellers looked to re-engage their positions. I like it. I like when there's a lot of this selling action here. All this congestion. I want to be a congestion seller too, so move all this out here. A lot of zones to depict from here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so look at that. Getting a little bounce here. Well, this is better than getting ran through completely. I think I am going to take one off here.
Order filled.
What are we up? We up 10 points? Yeah, let's just take one off. I want to take my other one off maybe at 20 points. I'll take... Let's see. Decent sized seller here. Yeah, I'm going to take one more off there. That seller's still active. So, we'll see. From a 5-minute standpoint, we got 1 minute left. If we were to break this, try and go higher again, this would be another bear trap. But I don't know if I'm going to take this bear trap. This is starting to look a little 3-bar stair-steppy. So this is looking kind of sketch. But technically, if we did break out of all of this context, which I actually prefer to break out of this context here, return back up above it. I would like a return back above it, maybe above 22. I'll probably take the bear trap again. But with it getting all stair-steppy and weird here, this could get really funky. But yeah, that's my consensus. Even though this is a 2-bar, we didn't retest the extreme yet on the 15 minutes, so I'm still not going to be interested in short traps. So yeah, I'm gonna take one more off there with that sell. Sorry, I was showing you guys this, and this is the level. This is the trap here from this wick. Bodies, I want to break above this. Honestly, it would feel really good if we came above the 22 level here. 22 level, I would love it. As long as we don't get above 40, I'm happy with this. So, getting ready to take this to the long side and 10. Not a red trading recommendation, by the way. Please trade at your own risk. Let's see. 2, 1. Oh, I'm still going to take it. I don't love it, though. I would love to see it close back above everything. This is kind of more like a B+ setup now. All right, let's see here. $1.7. No, this is 2 to 1. 2 to 1 because we're with trend. All right, something chill here. 35 points. That's not too. It's not going to be too hard for this strat. Oh, we ran into. What did we run into here? Whoa, 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 whoa! Get a little sketch signals over here. New buyer here. Right here. If this buyer, see that this buyer, how he caught back the trade one more time. By the way, thank you guys for joining the stream. Appreciate it. I know I'm talking a ton this morning. It's a ton of talking. But that's what a narrator does, I guess, right? Ton of talking. So we'll see. Got a 3-point stop in the other strat, so 6, 5. I'll put that right at 5.99. 6 and 2. All right. So selling's aggressing 2 again. We're a little bit of a back and forth here. We still haven't broken this buyer yet on the 5 minutes, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Sellers are looking to ramp this up to the downside, but yeah, I don't know. Still don't have coffee. That's what I do know. Still haven't gotten a cup of coffee yet. Right when I went to go get coffee a little while ago, all this action started popping off. I was like, well, can't really do anything now about it. We'll see. I want to hold until we tap up into this bigger liquidity up here. The seller, I still don't. These sellers, I don't think are too heavy. I really do think that this is the heavier seller here. So I would like to see us come back up to these levels. We did take the short. I'm going to look to take the short again. That with a little less size. Look to get into the short again. Maybe right here. I'll front run it at 53. I think this level got. Oh no, this level's still here. Wow, that was really active. We really nailed that trade there. It's wild. All right, in this hold, I'm gonna put a little stop here. Maybe at like, how big is this? I'll put a stop. Maybe like. This is a 600 level. 600 level. I'll put a stop at 597.75. All right, I'm gonna go run and go get some coffee. If we rip faces here, I'm gonna put a couple more limit sells here just in case, because I want to take profit there and reverse the position here. So, be right back. All right, making our way up again. Might take one off here. Just taking partials on the way up. We do have a little bit of an aggregate seller up here in the top of this range here, so just gonna wait. Yeah, bounce right off this liquidity here, hoping to get up to this liquidity up here, and buy volume did increase from here to here, although this was a huge retracement. So I'm gonna double down on this buyer here as a green zone, as another level. So this is gonna be level 2. Level 2, 3. Just know that this is an area here, the big area. Basically, you need to know there's a lot of, see how it's getting all kind of colorful because I'm marking different time zones, different, but so far I'm liking this 5 minute and 30 second, the 30 second 5 minute execution here. It's actually really nice. I'm digging it. It's not too fast. And then we're still in this long here, this little this bear trap here. So although the buying seems pretty light, but yeah. This still looks like we could leg up and at least test extremes of 700 in the least. I would be well, I wouldn't be surprised actually. This market's been pretty wild lately, but we didn't do it. So we got some new sellers stepping in here. New sellers stepping in. And I must have hit the top with that. I shouldn't have sold that. That was my bad. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hit the sell button that hard. That was a little aggressive. I didn't bring the whole market down with it. They know. See, I'm the leader in this market now. I hope you guys are having a good day. Okay. So, I still think we're fine. You still have a buyer here, right here and here. So this is your current little buyer here. Right? Look at that. See, tap in the zone, came into liquidity a little bit here. But we're chilling. Nothing too crazy yet. It's going between these ranges. I want to hold it up until we get up to these points up here. I hope we don't come and just rip faces here. That's what I hope doesn't happen, because I'm going to be caught with my pants down up here at the 5s and the 10s. We already hit it twice. 3 times might get a little sketch. So I'm going to be looking to cover these kind of quickly if that does happen. Hopefully this one will pay for another 20 points. Pay for some of the loss. But this selling's about to get squeezed. So they're going to put pressure on the upside. Again, I have a feeling that this is going to be a big... If we just rip face here all the way up, I would be very surprised. But it is what it is. Here we have our bear trap getting close to being filled at 655. And yeah, that's the morning. Not too bad. I have to go to work here pretty soon. Grinding up little by little. It's rolling. Take this last one up here.
Order filled.
That was a good little run there. Caught the bid down here. Ran it all the way up. New buyers are looking to take this up. We have a slight increase in volume here. We should see if we're going to get another one here. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little hesitant to be as aggressive here with this 5 block and 10. I might go... I want my whole position size to be 10, so I might go a 3 here. I might go a 3 here. And then I want I'm going to front run this zone up here. I might not even front run it though, but... Oh, this is that little gap, that's why. I'm going to take 7 here to get up there. That's what I'll do. Close to the take profit on the other account here. Close. 65, 20 points off. Buy volume still pretty chill here. Nothing too crazy. So we'll see. Nothing really much to do. I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee here and and continue to just trade back and forth this morning. We're up a decent amount, 500 on the day, which is actually not too bad, considering I think my other account, yeah, we're only up 27 on this one. Missed a trade context, made a trade, got the fill, got a stop, and then this one is playing games. This one's going both ways, so still expected this 255, so staying in this trade. Really nothing for me to do here. We're playing this bear trap and just hanging out. Yeah, buyers are looking to take this up. We have a buyer here on the 32nd, right here. You have a buyer right here. See from here to here. So this is a buyer's second level here, right here. So this little pocket that's getting eaten into a little bit, little by little. So maybe the 24 level is going to be the next bid, but that's from 30 seconds. So 30 seconds not going to carry that much weight, but there you have it. And yeah, we're going to look to play this little position here, try and get up into these shorts. Yeah, more liquidity down here. Would love to be a buyer at 78. If it does dredge back down here, I would consider a buy on the lap here. And maybe one here. Should go maybe two here, but let's see here. If we crack down these lows again, I feel like we could be going lower. So I'll hit this one as a front run to the wick up. Sounds good to me. Ooh, I smell the coffee. All right. Coffee should be close to being done. I'm going to go check on that coffee. We have our sells buys in. We're looking to play this range, so we will get there. All right, go to get coffee. Be back.
What's up, Euro Madrid? How you doing, man? Dude, robotic strength, you're an animal.
We're getting close. Getting close to this little fill here.
Little check back over here. Buyers are still kind of looking to take it up. It's getting a little congested here, so this could get a little interesting. Was looking to get somewhere up here, but not too bad. Too bad. Not too bad here. So, if this is this a break? No, break trap. We're still gonna stay in this long here. We still have a couple bidders. Boom, boom. So now with it slow dredging up and building strength, if we consolidate, then I won't want to be as aggressive as the seller here. I still am going to aggress this area here, but because of this orange zone here, this is where we really want to get aggressive. But this one I might go even lighter. Might not go 3. I might just go like 2. But we'll see what happens. Again, we're going to try and buy some liquidity down here at the 32s. We'll see. This just looks like a big giant bear flag that, I mean a bull flag that we're kind of hitting the top of the range out here pretty soon. Yeah, I would assume we come down a little bit more and then break. Maybe find liquidity again. But if we break this liquidity, I don't know if I want to be a buyer at 80s as aggressive. Because if we really start dumping, we could just really dump. I'm gonna check the liquidities actually. Let me see here. Could be another level here where I want to get involved in. Maybe the bottom 540s. Even still, I don't know. I just want to be a buyer at pre-market low with the 500s. But I don't know if I want to be this aggressive. That's the only thing. I loved it when it first wanted to come down, but now that it's kind of like building strength, I don't know as much. So let's look at some sell volume here. Not a ton. This is a new aggressed seller here. Right here. Which if we break this seller here, it makes me feel less confident about my front run here. I'm still gonna front run it a little bit, but yeah, let's see where are we at. Yeah, this is fine. So a little bit of a seller, nothing too crazy. See this buy volume increase. See if we get the increase or decrease. It's the same. That's interesting. So yeah, see what happens. Oops, sorry guys. Put you on the right map here. 3 sell. Yeah. Yeah. Here we are. I would like to see it spurt up here into the sell, not slow grind into the sell. Makes me feel less confident. So the sellers might let this go if this happens, but that's okay. I'm still going to be taking these positions anyways. So just with the slow grind, I don't know if I should be a seller right here at 50. Wait a little bit. Almost getting our fill here on the top step. Very close for 55. 55 is going to be that level. Which at 55 is going to be level. I'm right here anyways. I'm in that pocket. Oh, going to have a first sip of this coffee this morning, finally. It's nice. Tapped right up to that liquidity there and rejected. So there's a seller still active here at this level. I do want to see the buyer check them though. The seller just sells right into it. I don't know. I don't know. I want to see him kind of check it a little bit. 655 is our target anyways on the other one. Buyers are starting to increase the volume. Could stair step. So now I don't know if I want to be that heavy in front of this bull, especially in this bull trend here, but we'll see if this buyer takes it up right now. getting close to the tick there. Buyers are still aggressing. Little doji. Increase. Let's see. Let's see if we actually get this wick here. It's looking very flaggy. This could get a big extension here. This could just get a big run. Oh man, don't tell me I missed that. So if this trails off a little bit, we come back up in it again. I might play the back end of this instead of the front end of this, but we'll see what happens here. See if I get my fill here. There we go. Got the fill on 3. So should see a little pullback here. Nothing too crazy, but if we okay, so the buyer just aggressed all the way up. So this is going to be interesting.
Order filled.
Right now I got the fill on the top step too, so that trap ended up working out for us. And now we're breaking this trend here, so got to keep an eye out here. So if this closes here, I'm out of this trade. Here we go. Covering 1 there. I was figuring the seller was going to step in here soon. Okay, so seller came in a little heavier, but let's see. I took 1 out because of that context there. So let's see if we can get a little bit of pullback. This is where that liquidity is. And this 5 minutes coming up a little bit too. So actually quite a bit up. All right, so little drop here, nothing too dramatic. I'll take another one off there going into these buyers. I should have probably held that last one. I didn't realize it was such a small space in the 50s. But that's all right. Kind of want to play this level up here. Anyways, the 663s. Did we get a break? Oh, we did get a break on this trend. So break on the trend too. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I am going a little heavy up in the zone up here. I might want to back it off a touch. 664, so all the way up. I might want to back it off a touch. I'll play this right here. 666. Ooh. 665. 75. Go. All right. So could have held on to a few of them, but the way that it was being aggressed up there, I still don't think. I mean, there's a new seller trying to kick this up, but I still think this buyer is kind of strong. So, I mean, look at this volume. See, the buyer's trying to. He's really trying to take it up. Buyers got absorbed up there though, so there's some sellers trapped, some buyers trapped. But let's see what happens. Be interesting. A part of me still says this rips faces. We're to find out though. In for 1, I maybe should be in for 2, but I kind of want it to tap me out. What are we, 10 points away? Yeah. I'll sell 1 more. I'm just going to be in for 2. I want to be at least in for 2. Let's see if we come back down to the 610 liquidity level. It's really far. Still bullish on the day though. Well above pre-market highs. Looking like a grandiose bull flag here on the 15-minute. 5-minute as well. I mean, this is everything's looking bullish here. So I understand that I'm shorting here at this level. I'm not looking for a huge move. I did say 610s though, didn't I? Maybe not the 610s. Might look for the 34s or something. 34s might be okay. But yeah, this buyer is active here, so it's making me rethink my 665 level here. Maybe want to wait to sell up the 690s, 670s, but I'm still gonna take that 7 sell at 665. Maybe I'll tip it here at the front. 664. Yeah, we'll just tick it there. I'll go 664 right here on the money. All right. So this being said, we're tapping up into this. If we break this, I close this trade. So it's up to this seller here to hold on. So if this guy holds on, we're in. If he breaks, we're out. Hopefully the break is just not a massive bar though. Which it very well could be. We're going to find out though. Let's go right here. Sorry guys, wrong screen. Here we go. Hanging on by a thread. Hanging on by a thread here. All right, 1 second. All right, we're out of this
Order
trade.
filled.
Out of that one. So this guy's gone now. It's double, and then we're starting to now sink into this level here. So I'm gonna play the back end of this. Maybe get up to 664. I'm gonna go 63. All right. Yep. Buyer's looking active still. Little uptick. I don't consider this a real buyer yet, but 30 seconds left in this candle. I need to keep an eye on this. So on this candle, we did have a break here. The volume needed to get above these volumes here, and it's not. And there's no increase in volume. So I'm going to want to see one more break here. I could get in for one technically, but I really do want to see one more break. The volume's very, very light for a new break here. So we'll see. All right, so we're tapping up into the zone here. I'm actually going to sell one right here at the close of that candle, just in case we do a little trace, but I have 7 up here, so. Oh, look at that. 663 with 3. Don't tell me I'm 3 ticks off again. That would be ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, now we're in. Now we're tapping into this big liquidity up here at 660s. So this is, see, we're top tick there. So I'm going to take a couple off in a second. All right, there's taking 2 off there. Take,
Order filled.
take 3
Order
off.
filled.
Okay, here we go. This is where we wanted that liquidity at. All right, so now we're tapping into this buyer. This buyer is saying, all right, you guys want to play. This is the position now. So we took a few off just to limit our risk a little bit. This zone's still hanging on here. So big zone here. This buyer aggressed it. We're going to see if the seller is still active, which it looks still active. Buying volume waned here. So we could see a little bit of a retracement here. I'm going to hold on to these 5. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. Take one more off there. The bottom of that level where this buyer is going to be tapping into right here from this increase.
Order filled.
One more. All right, now we're going to hold on to 3. All that trading to make 22 bucks, that's crazy. So the first couple were to limit my risk because I wanted an initial tap rejection. So need to get a little bit better at holding. A little bit better. All right, we have another big buyer from here to here. So I'm going to take one more off here. And yeah, now I'm just going to see where we go from here, but it's pretty much limited all the way down. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm calling the tops and bottoms today. I don't know how else to say this. Go back and watch this stream and watch me call all the tops and bottoms of this. This is ridiculous. It's not me calling tops and bottoms. It's me finding sell side and buy side liquidity. That's what it is. I'm finding the liquidity here. I'm not calling the tops and bottoms by itself. I could trade this much better, by the way. This doesn't, just calling them by itself doesn't mean I'm going to make money, because the times that I don't call them, I'm getting chewed through 7 contracts. So, all right. So this candle could probably rip up. I'm going to take one more off right here. I'll hold on to a little runner here and see if we can tap in. There's a lot of liquidity from the buy side that's been trying to take this up. Dude, I couldn't have. Look at this. Look at that fill. Three-quarter points away from. Oh, man. I'm loving this new strategy. Loving this new theory. This new theory is beautiful. It's so beautiful. So all of this buying, basically, I think we can come back down to. I think we come back down to 18. I'm just gonna put a stop down there at 18. Put it at 20. How's that sound? I really think we could come down to 20. Based purely on volume. purely on volume alone. Unless we get a new aggressor here. I just don't see it yet. This buyer is holding on though. This buyer right here is holding on. So he's right here. This is your buyer right here. But the you see he's holding on by a thread and eaten up. I consider it like this. This buyer is just holding on right now. Trying. Buy volume is pretty slow, but with how strong the sell volume was, there's no new sellers. And there you have a new seller from here to here. But this technically is another new zone here. Seller. So it does come back up here. It could look to sell the 660s again. All right, let's see. Too much. Too much. Too much. Quit with all that jazz. All right. I love jazz, but as the expression goes, that jazz. Should find some bidders here. I'm playing the, did I say 18? 18, but with this trend, I might not get there. Might be like more like 37. Ooh, look at this candle. Ooh, this buyer is active. I'm gonna cut this one right here.
Order filled.
Look at that. Look at this huge buyer stepped in from this position. All right, so huge aggressor. Now let's look at volume here. Let's go back. See, where's the next volume that was kind of like that at? Right here. So this guy's gone. What about this guy? This guy right here. So we have a volume starting to eat up this guy. So now our next big volume with that aggressor is up in this pocket up here. So the aggressor there is now looking to target, in my opinion, up at these levels up here. So you know what? I'm gonna buy it with him.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take a little bit here. If he's looking to push that hard, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Shalom. And the dumpsters. Straight into the earth. That's a little aggressive, but it's all good. Oh. So the seller's active. This is a new seller here. The buyer is much stronger. There's a lot of absorption that happened there. And this buyer is still much stronger. I did sell. This is still a good zone. This is still a good double zone here to play a little circle pair from, right? I still like this zone a lot. I still do. Even the back end of this one I like, but if this one ends up failing, this is going to be the printing press over there. So this one's getting kind of eaten up into some of this liquidity. Buyer is still really strong here. Very strong buyer at this point. Very strong. Golden zone here. So which means that this should be a buyer right here.
Order filled.
Right there on the wick. See that? As soon as I push the button, see? Right there. Boom, boom. Where he should be. Found him. Here he is. Oh, it's 9:40. Okay, I'm going to finish off the stream here. Thanks, guys, for joining. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for supporting the stream. Leave a like. Till next time. Streaming Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6:30, 9:30 Pacific. And yeah, we're out here. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.